Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into the world of celebrities who have landed themselves behind bars. Once protected by fame and fortune, these stars are now facing the harsh reality of their actions. From minor missteps to major scandals, let's take a look at who's doing time and why. Oscar Pistorius is a South African former Paralympic and Olympic athlete, famously known as the Blade Runner due to his carbon fiber prosthetic legs. Born on November 22, 1986 in Johannesburg, he became a double amputee as an infant after having both legs amputated below the knee due to a congenital condition. Nevertheless, he gained international fame as a sprinter, competing in both the Paralympic events, where he won numerous gold medals, and the 2012 London Olympics, making history as the first double amputee to participate in the Olympics and compete against able-bodied athletes. His athletic achievements were overshadowed by a tragic and highly publicized event on February 14, 2013, when he shot and killed his girlfriend, Riva Steenkamp, at his home in Pretoria. Pistorius claimed he mistook her for an intruder hiding in the bathroom, firing multiple shots through the locked door. Initially convicted of culpable homicide in 2014, his conviction was upgraded to murder in 2015 following an appeal by prosecutors. He was sentenced to 13 years and 5 months in prison in 2017 after a series of legal battles. Pistorius was released on parole on January 5, 2024, after serving approximately 9 years. Since his release, he has maintained a low-profile life, reportedly living with his uncle in Pretoria. Recent reports from February 2025 indicate he has resumed physical training, including running, and has started a relationship with Rita Grayling, a business management consultant who bears a striking resemblance to Steenkamp. This development has drawn concern from Steenkamp's family, with her mother, June, warning that Pistorius still struggles with anger issues and could pose a danger. Currently, Pistorius is under strict parole conditions until 2029, volunteering at a local church and focusing on rebuilding his life away from the public eye. His story remains a complex blend of sporting triumph, personal tragedy, and legal controversy. Would you like more details on any specific aspect of his life or case? Zumhofe, real name is Eugene Otto Zumhofe, born on March 21, 1951, in Minneapolis, Minnesota, is a former American professional wrestler. He gained fame in the 1970s and 1980s, particularly in the American Wrestling Association, with his unique style of carrying a cassette player to the ring. Zumhofe won the American Wrestling Association World Light Heavyweight Championship multiple times and also captured the tag team titles in World Class Championship Wrestling alongside Iceman King Parsons. He made sporadic appearances in the World Wrestling Federation, notably as the first opponent of Triple H and The Undertaker in some memorable milestones. However, his wrestling career was greatly overshadowed by serious crimes. 3. Indeed, Zumhofe's wrestling career was heavily tarnished by his criminal record. He was convicted of sexual misconduct on multiple occasions. In 1986, he was sentenced to prison for sexual misconduct with a minor, forcing him to vacate his American Wrestling Association title. After his release, he returned to wrestling, but in 1989, he was convicted again on a fourth-degree sexual conduct charge, serving 36 months. His most severe legal consequences came in 2014 when he was convicted of 12 felony counts of criminal sexual conduct for abusing his daughter over a period from 1999 to 2011, starting when she was 15 years old. The abuse is said to have occurred hundreds of times while she lived with him. After his conviction on March 5, 2014, Zumhofe attempted to flee the courthouse but was quickly apprehended, adding an escape from custody charge. On May 6, 2014, he was sentenced to 310 months over 25 years in prison, with the sentences for 4 counts, 2 first-degree and 2 third-degree, to be served consecutively. As of February 27, 2025, he remains incarcerated at MCF Moose Lake in Minnesota with an anticipated release date of April 14, 2031. though his full sentence expires in 2042. Now 73 years old, it is likely he will spend the rest of his life in prison. Zumhofe's legacy is a stark contrast between early wrestling success and profound personal failure, with his crimes leaving a lasting mark far beyond his in-ring accomplishments. If you'd like me to dig deeper into any part of his story, his wrestling career, legal cases, or current status, let me know. Joe Giudice, full name Giuseppe Giudice, was born on May 22, 1972, in Saronno, Italy. He moved to the United States with his family at the age of 1 and grew up in Paterson, New Jersey. Despite living in the U.S. for nearly his entire life, Joe never applied for U.S. citizenship, a decision that later severely impacted his life. Before his legal troubles erupted, Joe and his wife Teresa lived a lavish lifestyle in a 10,000-square-foot mansion valued at $1.7 million in Montville, New Jersey. However, behind the glamorous facade lay mounting debts, along with financial crimes and fraudulent activities spanning over a decade. In October 2009, Joe and Teresa filed for bankruptcy, declaring debts totaling $10.98 million. This was the first public sign of their unstable financial situation. An auction of furniture from their home was scheduled for August 2010, but was later canceled when they withdrew their bankruptcy filing. However, this did not resolve the underlying issues. In July 29, 2013, Joe and Teresa were indicted by a federal grand jury on 39 charges, including conspiracy to commit mail and wire fraud, bank fraud, making false statements on loan applications, and bankruptcy fraud. Joe was separately accused of failing to file tax returns from 2004 to 2008, a period during which he earned nearly $1 million from his business ventures. In total, they were alleged to have illegally profited over $5 million across a decade. In November 2013, Joe faced a separate trial for using fraudulent documents to obtain a driver's license in 2010, after his license was revoked following an incident on January 13, 2010. He was sentenced to a 12-month license suspension and 20 days of community service. In March 4, 2014, Joe and Teresa pleaded guilty to 41 charges after reaching a plea deal with prosecutors. Teresa was sentenced to 15 months in prison, while Joe received 41 months along with a $414,000 restitution payment. The judge staggered their sentences to ensure one parent could remain at home to care for their children. Teresa began her sentence on January 5, 2015, at the Federal Correctional Institution in Danbury, Connecticut, and was released on December 23, 2015, after serving 11 months due to good behavior. Joe started his sentence on March 23, 2016, at the Federal Correctional Institution in Fort Dix, New Jersey. After completing his sentence on March 14, 2019, he was transferred to a detention facility operated by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement because he lacked U.S. citizenship. In October 2018, an immigration judge ordered Joe's deportation to Italy after his prison term, based on U.S. laws allowing the deportation of immigrants who commit serious crimes like fraud. Joe appealed but was unsuccessful. Joe, now 52 years old, continues his life in the Bahamas, focusing on his work and maintaining a relationship with his children through social media and visits. His legacy serves as a cautionary tale about the consequences of financial fraud and the lack of legal preparedness while living abroad.